Alrighty, I know this is going to be controversial, but today I'm just gonna say it. I love Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, and today I'm going to tell you why, starting with the scene that everyone loves to hate: Martha. Hey, you clicked on this. You knew I was going to say something crazy, right? In today's video, I'm going to talk about the Martha scene, and a few things that did and didn't work for me, and why I still love this movie overall. You have to understand where Bruce Wayne is mentally, emotionally, and spiritually at the start of this film. BVS opens with the most important moment of Bruce Wayne's life: the murder of his parents. The opening scene isn't just some random flashback, it's the defining moment of Bruce's entire life. He's a kid, completely powerless, watching his parents get murdered in front of him. The last word he hears his dying father say is, "Martha." That moment shatters him. He doesn't just grow up, he fractures. And from that point on, Bruce isn't just Bruce Wayne anymore. That trauma defines him for the rest of his life. It creates the Batman. Now fast forward to the events of Batman vs Superman. This isn't the Batman we usually see. He's older, he's angry, he's broken, he spent the last 20 years fighting a losing war in Gotham, watching good men turn cruel, seeing evil thrive no matter how hard he punches it down. And then Superman arrives, the other, an alien with the power of a god. And then he not only watches, he experiences Superman and Zod destroying Metropolis. He sees people he knows and people he cares about die, all from a power he can't control and cannot match. And just like when he was a child, Bruce feels powerless again, helpless to stop it. And that fear, that rage, it consumes him, it eats him alive. You can see it when he's talking to Alfred. Alfred knows Bruce is slipping. The branding of criminals leading to their death, the obsession, the cruelty. This is a Batman who's losing himself. He's closer to the very thing he swore to fight and protect people against. So when Bruce finally confronts Superman, he's not interested in listening. It's not a fight about good versus evil. It's Batman fighting his own trauma, his own helplessness, believing he's saving the world before it's too late. Even stating, in reference to Superman, he has the power to wipe out an entire galaxy, and if we believe there's even a 1% chance that he'll do this, we have to take this as an absolute certainty. He doesn't see Clark Kent, the good man, trying to explain anything. He doesn't see Superman and all of the good that comes with the good deeds that he's been doing. He sees the gunman in the alley all over again, and he's determined not to be powerless this time. He's going to kill him. So Batman and Superman, they go at it. They have their little squabble, and as we all know, it ends up with Superman under the foot of Batman, whilst he's holding a giant kryptonite spear to the throat of Superman. And here's where the Martha moment really matters. When Superman, barely able to speak, pleads, "Save Martha!" It rips Bruce out of his rage. It hits him like a sledgehammer. Because for Bruce, Martha isn't just a name. It's the name tied to his greatest trauma. It's the word that birthed Batman. And suddenly, he doesn't see an alien. He doesn't see a god. He sees a son. A human. Terrified. Begging for his mother's life. The same way he would have, if he could have, all of those years ago. And it's as Lois Lane rushing in and explaining that it's Superman's mother's name. It's in that instant, Bruce realizes he's about to become the man with the gun, the very thing he swore to protect people from and never let happen again. He's about to kill someone vulnerable, someone trying to save a life, and he stops, because deep down, Bruce Wayne never stopped being that boy in the alleyway. And the beauty is, Batman doesn't just not kill Superman, he immediately goes off and saves Martha Kent. It's not just forgiveness, it's redemption. It's Batman remembering why he became a hero in the first place. It's character storytelling. It's Batman finding his humanity again. And that, for me, is why the Martha scene works. And look, I get it. The execution wasn't perfect. Maybe you laughed when you heard it for the first time. Maybe it sounded cheesy. But the idea underneath, it's pure character storytelling. It's Bruce Wayne finally breaking the cycle of violence that's defined him for so long now. It's Superman reminding Batman of his own humanity. And honestly, that's powerful stuff. Now, in all fairness, there is stuff I didn't like with the film, or made me sort of squint and go, not sure about that one. For example, Metropolis and Gotham basically being across the river from each other. Yeah, I'll be honest, I never loved that choice. In the comics, Gotham and Metropolis feel like they're different worlds. One's dark, crime-ridden, the other's bright and full of hope. Having them basically be neighbours, it shrinks the world a bit. I get that Snyder was going for a New York, New Jersey type thing, but I kinda miss the feeling that the cities were truly their own places. And yeah, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, I'm with you guys. He's not the cold, brilliant mastermind Lex Luthor from the comics. Instead, he feels like a spoiled, twitchy tech bro, almost Jokerish at times. And while I get the idea, showing how wealth and unchecked genius can breed madness, it didn't totally land for me. But even with those things, I still love the ambition of this movie. It swings for the fences. Things like Superman seeming depressed and emo, which was a huge criticism at the time, that Superman is too sad. But I thought actually it shows the realistic burden of having a godlike superpower, but still being hated or feared by humanity after doing everything you can to show them that you're doing some good in the world. Another thing I didn't really understand at the time was the criticism towards the pacing of the film, and in particular the dream sequences that popped up, the nightmare sequence and the flash scene. I had people saying to me that they were saying it was too messy to be in the film and made it confusing. Whereas on the other hand, I sort of, as soon as it popped up, I said, wow, this is incredible. That is the Speed Force. Darkseid's coming. It's going to be so good. And these are the things that I think, had those movies come out around the time they were meant to, people would look back and go, oh my god, they set that up so well. But because people weren't aware, I guess the normies watching the film, they had no idea what was actually going on. But I guess you could argue it shows how paranoid and haunted Bruce was, and that the future is real, setting up the Justice Leagues to come in the future. Unfortunately, we'll never get anything past the Justice League that Zack Snyder released in 2021. RIP. There is really only one thing I can't defend in the movie. I understand it's not perfect and all these other bits that I'm talking to you guys about, how I love this and I hate that. The one thing I have nothing, I got nothing, is after Batman and Superman have become friends, the Martha scene's happened, Batman goes off to save Martha. He shows up at the warehouse, he's in the Batwing, and he pops out a minigun. And he just drives it through all of the henchmen sort of standing outside the warehouse there. And I'm thinking, wait, you just changed. What, you're not meant to kill anyone anymore. I don't understand. So it kind of undermines what's just happened. And I think that confused people, including myself, who I'm sitting here claiming that I know this stuff. And I'm thinking, I don't know what this guy's up to. So yeah, sorry about that one. I'm actually in agreement with the mass majority of the audience there that just didn't make sense and it missed the mark. And I think that's a fair point. I'm not going to sit here and tell you everything in this movie is subtle and flawless. Take it with a pinch of salt, right? Sometimes Batman just needed to blast some goons to save a mum. It happens. But for me, it isn't simple. It asks huge questions about power, responsibility, and what it means to be human and a superhero. And yeah, it stumbles sometimes, but I'll always appreciate a movie that swings for something bigger. That's why I'll always defend Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. And like that, we're done. Thanks for watching, and remember, even Batman makes mistakes sometimes. Hit like if you secretly love the Martha scene, you're among friends here. Go ahead, tell me in the comments why I'm wrong. Just be nice about it, please. This has been Shay Rants. See you next time. Oh, also, what were your thoughts on those first 3 episodes of Andor?